everybody, it's Simon Mcbride here, and I'm here today with Rebellion Guitar Company. And I'm here today to talk about this. This is the Quantum by Vahlbruch. What is it? It's basically a compressor pedal. It has two knobs, volume, sustain, series, parallel, and that's it. So it's pretty simple, and that's how I like it. So I use compression a lot on various things. There's different ways that I use it. I use it as an effect, or as I just use it sometimes as a, just to smooth the edges off a little bit. But I can talk about that when I go through it in more detail. Now, compression, whether you like it or not, it's always going to end up on your guitar signal, no matter what happens, right? Whether it was in the 70s where you had it on tape, or nowadays in the digital domain, it's probably worse now than it was. Years ago we had tape, which was a nice natural kind of compression. Today it's all kind of emulation, and it's great, but then it gets compressed down even further to listen on your iPhone or something. But whatever, that's just the way it is. That's just, evolution. So different ways of using it. A lot of mix engineers in the studio will use it as a bus compressor, so all your guitars, they run all into one bus compressor. Basically what it does is it just helps the mix to gel together. It's like the super glue, basically. It super glues all your guitars together in a nice way. Or you can use it as just like an effect, like in the 80s and 90s, you used to use this, with choruses and delays to get that real kind of jangly, sparkly, clean sound. Which sounded very flat. That means you could hit it quite hard and get that same sort of sound. So there's different ways you can use it. I like to use it mostly on a clean sound. Sometimes I use it on a very, very slightly broken up sound, like the solo in the track. It's very, very little gain, and actually the gain is at 1, basically, and I just use the compressor just to smooth it out a little bit more so you get more of that sustain, which is why, what the sustain feature in this does. It just sustains the notes, but it still sounds clean. It still sounds a little bit overdriven. So there's different ways you can use a compressor. It's not always the same of it just compresses everything. Now on this has a serial mode and a parallel mode. Serial is, it squashes everything basically. Parallel, it's like 2 signals. So you can still retain the dynamics of your guitar tone, but you still have those frequencies that you don't want to be jumping out, just slightly shelved off a bit. But anyway, I'm gonna demonstrate it, and hope you enjoy. All right, so let's hear what it sounds like. So my signal chain is this guitar, which is a PRS Vela, which is going directly into the pedal, and then straight into a little Rev D20 head, which is set 100% clean. I'm using impulse responses by 2 notes, and so here's my direct signal. It sounds like this. So let's try the compressor. So I'm going to do what I always do. I set everything at 12 o'clock just to hear what it sounds like. It's set in parallel mode, and it sounds like this. right, so that's it in parallel mode. Let's try it in series. Series is going to sound a little bit more squashed, but it's really cool as well. So. All right, so you can hear straight away, once I put it in serial mode, its volume drops quite a lot. Just because it's compressing the whole signal rather than a separate signal. So now let's try for the crack. Let's try putting in parallel mode and let's try the compressor all the way up. So. So let's hear with a little bit of overdrive. I'm using very little. I'm using the Kaluna pedal at 1, basically. So this is it on its own. So let's try the compressor. Let's put it in parallel mode, everything at 12 o'clock. It sounds like this. Let's try it in serial mode. have it. That is the Quantum pedal by Vahlbruch. I think it's a great pedal. It's funny, I really like both parallel and serial modes. They both give two completely different, unique sounds. Parallel is more wide open. Serial is very squashed and compressed, and that can be very cool. I like it more on the lead sound for the really compressed stuff. But then again, if I want that 80s splang, as they call it, it'll do that for you too. So anyway, go check it out. This is the Quantum, and yeah, check it out on the websites, Rebellion Guitar Company and Vahlbruch, and yeah, have fun. See you soon. Cheers.